And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars ready to go offensively for the first time with Gardner Minshew, former 6th-round pick at QB.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right, a terrific offensive line. I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
Yeah, they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just keep it on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry now for Thompson. Still going. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Ball carried by number 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice back in the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's playing like clockwork right now for them.
On 2nd down now. It's Thompson. And again, the run defense stopped this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Out of the gun is Minshew. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gardner Minshew on target to DJ Chark. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. The team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd
And the gun on 3rd down. Wins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over at 1st and 10. At the 24.
On 1st down, Thompson. And they'll get this down to the really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He was brought down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your boys charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go around, the offense won the challenge. Minshew's going to keep it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Sanders. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38, Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And it will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
34. What's your thoughts on the tackle? A gain of 1 yard.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook, and he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Receiver the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Minshew to give to Fournette, pushing through the contact.
Number 27, Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And it is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. Cap 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that, don't you? You took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Hurts.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good headed steam again.
Jaguar pressure on a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by on the highlights and analysis of this first half. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Oh, this is taken in, it's complete. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 89 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Touchdown,
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And so first half leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Eagles nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
Yeah, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with.
Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Gardner Minshew.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
28. Eagles.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Working for the gun, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. Got it to 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the long lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Again, it's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that went pretty big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 38. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
His kick is no good.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. Remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what we're looking for.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 41 yards. And this offense continues to bring it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go to the goalpost.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep this confidence up because how many times we see in games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
There's this feeling at the 7. 3rd 13 yards to tally on the return there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars continue to roll. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Once again here on second and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is caught by Johnson. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They'll bottle that fumble. It's out. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Brings up a 3rd down. And 10.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 of enemy territory. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now, Wentz again. And quickly finding Rager. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Wentz to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got, if we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they... But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On second down, here's Fournette. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense is in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.